Hello, everyone. It's Thursday, April 7th. As you can see, baseball's begun. First game is the Cubs versus the Brewers. Haven't taken anything. Not going to talk about baseball directly today. Just want some more stats and some games before we actually start getting onto baseball. Oh, just watching this. Oh, that's Yelich catch it. 3 outs. So let's get on to today's action in NBA, shall we? So we're going to start with the Magic at the Hornets. Hornets are a 13.5 point favorite. Hornets needing a win to close the gap on ninth place Nets and eighth place Hawks because they're 2 games back on both of them. But this is their game in hand, so if they win this, they can cut it to 1 with 2 games left. So they just would need one of them to slip to gain a slight advantage. Not a big deal. At this point in the season, I'm sure they're just happy to be in the play-in tournament. And then we got the Celtics at the Bucks. So the Bucks are an 8.5 point favorite here, mainly because Jason Tatum's out of today's game. They were a 6 point favorite with Jason Tatum in, so the spread's only moved back 2.5 points. So I think 6 point favorite was still pretty high at this stage of the season. A win for the Bucks keeps them ahead of the 76ers and actually will take them tied with the Celtics with a game in hand. So they can wrap up pretty much second spot if they get that. The last 2 games are against the Pistons and the Cavs, both on the road, but both that they should win. So if they do beat the Celtics today, you pretty much can put your money on finishing second in the East, which is, I'm sure, somewhere they'd rather be just to get that home field advantage and not have to worry about playing someone like the Raptors in the first round. The next game is going to be the 76ers actually at the Raptors. These 2 teams have played 3 times before this season, with the road team winning every time. So the Raptors will be looking to stay ahead of the Bulls in 5th. If the Raptors win this today, this could actually be round 1 of the playoffs matchup. Would be 3rd versus 6th in the... No, 4th versus 5th, sorry. So 4th versus 5th would probably be the 76ers and the Raptors. So if I was the Raptors, this is what I would want. I'd rather play the 76ers in the first round than Celtics, Bucks, or the Heat. So I think this is a big game for the Raptors. They're plus 1.5 at home. Leaning towards telling you that now, but it could be our pick today. San Antonio Spurs, they're plus 7.5 at Minnesota. Spurs sealed up that play-in spot over the Lakers. Timberwolves do have a slight chance of getting 6. They'll need to win out their last 2 games. They need Nuggets to lose their last 2 games, as they do hold the head-to-head over Nuggets, so they will go tied with them. Sorry, I keep getting sidetracked about this baseball game. It's first game of MLB. Super excited to watch it. Spurs don't have many injuries. Timberwolves hardly have any. Who knows? Spurs might take their foot off the gas because they're in the plane and they can't really move much from there. They can move up 1 spot. The Pelicans lose today or lose another game and Spurs win out. But moving on to that game, the Pelicans have got the Blazers and they're a 16.5 point favorite. So you wouldn't expect them to lose that today. Ingram out for the Pelicans. Said a win for them would just keep them ahead of the Spurs. The Grizzlies are at the Nuggets. Grizzlies have won all 3 matchups between these 2 this season. A win from the Nuggets will sew up at least 6th spot with a chance of overtaking the Jazz in 5th. But Grizzlies, you never know what type of Grizzlies are going to show up. Well, actually, I don't know what I'm talking about. We know what type of Grizzlies is going to show up. See, they just walked the Brewers player in the first man up. So, just getting sidetracked. Anyway, the Grizzlies team seem to show up regardless of the situation, whether they need a win or not. They don't need anything in this game. They can't move at all from now to the end of the season. Ja Morant's out for them. Dylan Brooks might be back today. Obviously, Denver have the same players out. Jamal Murray, Porter out, but they've been playing with them out all season. But 4.5 points for the Memphis Grizzlies, having won all 3 matchups against them this season. Won't be a bad dog to take. And then you've got the last game in the NBA is the Lakers versus the Golden State Warriors. 14-point favorite of the Warriors. Still no Curry for the Warriors, but everybody else looks to be healthy. A win keeps the Warriors in third, away from the Mavericks. Lakers are sitting out the big 3 in Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook, and LeBron James. Could that be the reason Lakers finally win a game? Maybe they're sitting all 3 big stars out and the rest of the players play up. Who knows? I mean, they're playing for a spot in the team for next year. It's definitely not over. So, kind of like the Lakers to at least cover that one. Moving on to the NHL with our picks. We are going to be taking the Chicago Blackhawks against the Seattle Kraken. They're minus 140. Really like that game. So that's going to be my pick in NHL. My pick in NBA is going to be the Toronto Raptors plus 1.5. I do think the Raptors are going to win that game outright. So we are taking the Raptors plus 1.5 and Chicago Blackhawks minus 140. Those are our 2 picks today. Tomorrow we might have a pick in MLB, depending on how opening day goes. See how these pitchers play. And hope you have a great day betting.